how to
Right.
mind your
Your
business.
business, that's right. And to help us, navigate through that, I am going to be chatting with Antonia Ferrier, who is the founder and managing director of Definitive Management Solutions Limited. And Antonia is a strategy consultant and performance coach. Good morning, Antonia.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining us this morning. Now, tell us your story. Let's hear a little bit about Antonia herself. How did you start all of this?
Well, I've been working with executives for over 30 years, sitting at the heart of decision making. Even as I moved up into the organization, I continued along that path. And I got to the point in my career where things were no longer making sense. I wasn't feeling like I had a good fit. And I actually went to a career coach. And he said, you know what's the problem? Instead of you trying to fit in, you need to fit somewhere else. And
Right.
we did an assessment, and he says, you need to be doing something different. And he got me onto a path of looking at organization psychology, helping organizations grow. Went back to school, came back out, and I decided, what am I really, really good at?
Right.
I wanted to work on my own. And I said, you know what I'm really, really good at? Helping other people make decisions. And I came up with the idea of the name for the company by looking at what did people say about me most, what stands out.
Right.
And it was knowing for sure what I wanted. And, I looked up words for that. And one of the words was definitive. And isn't that what executives and owners of business have to do? Have that final say about what it is they really want, making those hard decisions. And,
Right.
I said, that's what I do. I help you make definitive decisions for your business. So that's how I came to be.
Wonderful, and so many people are so indecisive, and when they are posed with different options in front of them, it's difficult for them to really hone in and just choose one path and stick to it. So I guess this really addresses that problem. And what I do admire as well is that instead of trying to fight for a seat at the table, you put down your own table and started there. So now give us an idea about the two programs that you created this year during the pandemic.
Yeah, I started the year like everybody else looking at how do I grow my business. And I had all these great plans, and boom,
Right.
pandemic, everything shuts down, all my projects got canceled. And I'm like, how do you survive? And this is a problem a lot of organizations, large and small, are facing, right? And I so happened to be doing some personal development on my own, working on my emotional intelligence mastery. And I said, this is something that I can do virtually while we're locked down. And
Right.
I was looking at the conversations going on around that time about people trying to cope with this uncertainty, with all the stress, without knowing what their future was. And more, it became evident that I had a place to help in this situation.
Right.
One of the conversations that stood out to me was this concept of mental load for women. It's where you have to be looking at, see about the children, see about work, see about yourself. You're the one who have to remember we're running out of food. We have to run to the grocery. I have to take the child to the doctor. And now you add on to that, work from home.
Right.
See about the children. So we no longer have this separation of work and home. You have to manage all these things,
And school from home now as well.
and school from home now, and people, even I had to kind of help train my husband that when I'm by the computer, I'm actually at work, because he would walk in the room sometimes and, have a conversation, because in his mind, I'm at home.
Right.
And so how do you get that balance? How do you manage all the stress at work, school, children, managing all of that? And, from my own experience growing up in corporate life, and even now working on my own, women really carry, I think, an extra burden and an extra expectation to hold things down. And we're not always all equipped for that. I started my own journey into EQ just for that, to find more balance and control. Because even though when things are normal, I handle things well. When I'm stressed, you're not always sure what your responses are.
Right,
And it's finding that balance, looking at yourself, finding new ways of coping and new ways of approaching things to get the right outcomes. And EQ is, about being smart with your feelings so that you make better decisions regardless of what's going on, because you're in touch with what you're feeling, You can understand and empathize with what others are feeling. And so I developed a program targeted at women in business because I think so much more. So, you know, it's a coaching service. You have options in terms of what kinds of EQ assessments you want to do, depending on where you are in your life, where you want to go, whether it's professional or personal. So there are different tools we use, but at the end of the day, it's just to talk, to have somebody to really listen, to help you, work through whatever challenges you're facing, whatever aspirations you have, and how do you prepare yourself so that you can be successful and feel successful while achieving it.
And this program you created, the name of it is YTurn?
No, YTurn is actually a foundation that I started. Doing some free EQ workshops. You know, my first cohort was like, Antonia, you need to do this for all of Trinidad. And so I actually set up a community page on Facebook called YTurns. We offer the free starter workshop and other resources so that we do this workshop called Creating Your Future with Emotional Intelligence. I run that every 2 months. So next year I'll be doing, because Christmas is coming up, the next one will happen in January, the second Saturday of January at 3 p.m. Anybody who wants to come in can come in. Just go to the page on Facebook and sign up.
All right. And Antonia, we do have to stick a pin in it there, but quickly, if somebody wanted to get your services and, you know, not only for YTurn, but to, you know, seek your consultancy services, how will they do so?
Right now, the best place to find me is on Facebook. Just look for Definitive Management Solutions. Go to services and book me.
All right, awesome. I want to thank you so much for joining us this morning, Antonia, and we look forward to all the great things that are to come as well. All right, have a great day.
You too.
All right, take care. So I was chatting with Antonia Ferrier there, who is the founder and managing director of Definitive Management Solutions Limited, and she's a strategy consultant and performance coach. Again, check out on social media, and you got the handles there, and if you want more information, that's how you're going to reach out.